Ever since I can remember, there's only been one undisputed GOAT in basketball.
He got 49. I don't believe it. Unbelievable. There we go.
2 3-peats, 6 rings, undefeated in the finals, and a slogan everyone knew by heart: "Be like Mike." It's almost impossible to top something like that. Many have tried, some came close. But when the debate gets real, when it's time to decide who's truly the greatest, there's always been one answer. But everything might change soon.
Wembanyama, spin cycle, got it!
Fakes the three, dazzles, spins, fades, why not?
In and out dribble, driving and swatted by Wembanyama, and swatted again.
Who's going to be the next face of the NBA? Who will carry the torch once today's stars are gone? And when, if ever, will we witness another era of dominance like Michael Jordan's? After more than 2 decades of watching this game, I've seen greatness in every form. Moments that left me speechless, players who redefined what was possible. But never, not once, have I seen someone who made me stop and think, wait, could this guy actually challenge Michael Jordan for the title of the greatest of all time? Until now. Ladies and gentlemen, the NBA is in for one wild ride. This is Harrison Barnes at the line, getting ready for a free throw, but he's not the story here. Watch what happens after the miss.
And Wembanyama right there at the right time.
Did you catch that?
And Wembanyama!
Wembanyama barely even jumps before throwing down that putback dunk. For a moment, his hands are still on the rim while his feet are on the floor. We're witnessing something the NBA has literally never seen before. Victor Wembanyama is literally a walking glitch in the Matrix at this point. Just like how Steph Curry reinvented the game with his shooting, Wembanyama, now believed by many to be standing at 7'6", is redefining what's possible. I mean, he makes 7-footers look undersized, yet could still move around like a guard. And here's the scary part. Since entering the league, he's added nearly 30 pounds of muscle.
Number of games, it's super hard on the body.
How much weight have you gained since being in the league?
I gained probably like 30 pounds.
Holy sh!
The more I watch him, the more I start to think Michael Jordan's throne as the greatest of all time might actually be in danger. Now, I know what some people are thinking. Going 6-0 in the finals, pulling off 2 3-peats, that kind of dominance just isn't possible anymore. But honestly, it's starting to feel like things might be aligning for exactly that. And here's why. You ever Google yourself and realize there's way too much of your personal info just floating around online? That's because of data brokers. Sketchy companies that collect your name, address, phone number, and sell it to whoever it wants. Even the NBA isn't immune to this. Several of the platforms streaming their games can get access to your data and profit from it. This is why I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Delete Me. They found my info on a bunch of random data broker sites and started removing it. All I had to do was sign up and fill out a quick profile. Now when I check my dashboard, I can actually see how many pieces of personal info they have removed so far. It's kind of crazy how much was out there without me even knowing. If you've ever posted online, signed up for stuff with your real name, or even just run a side hustle or business, your info is probably out there too. Delete Me helps clean that up and gives you way more control over what people can find out about you. Go to joindeleteme.com/hoopreports today and use the code HoopReports for 20% off. Take control of your info before someone else does. First off, Wembanyama has the kind of traits that greatness is built on. He doesn't party, he doesn't drink, he's not out chasing girls. And if you asked him what he thinks about Las Vegas, this is what he'd say.
Your first experience with Vegas too. What did you think about the lights and the weather?
To me, it's probably on Earth. It's the closest thing to a dystopia, so I'm not the biggest fan of Vegas.
People often think it's easy to stay disciplined when your career depends on it. But the truth is, we've seen countless great players lose their edge because they couldn't resist temptation.
It's hard, man. Like, you're 20, 22, got a lot of money. It feel like all the money in the world, man. It is hard, but...
Victor, on the other hand, is different. For example, instead of chasing pleasure this offseason, he spent time in the mountains of China, training with Shaolin monks.
But you can't just casually drop practicing with the monks.
It was a great experience. You know, my goal going there was putting my body through things it's not used to do, you know, and allowing it to widen my range of movement and strength. And this was probably as different as possible from what I'm used to doing, you know.
Secondly, the reason I think Wembanyama might actually challenge MJ for the GOAT crown is because despite being 7'6" and built like something we've never seen before, despite being so mature and level-headed, he still genuinely loves the game. There's a big difference between players who play for a paycheck and players who play because they're obsessed with basketball. It might not sound like much, but that difference can define a career. One mindset gets you into the NBA, the other turns you into a star.
Because what I found in the NBA is a lot of guys played for financial stability. And when they came to the NBA, they got that financial stability. So therefore, the passion and the work ethic and the obsessiveness was gone. So I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be like taking candy from a baby. No wonder Mike wins all these fucking championships.
Wembanyama is now entering his third year, but you can still see that same spark, that same joy and curiosity that got him here in the first place. So, when it comes to intangibles, he's got them all. I mean, you can't really ask for more from a player's mindset and character than what Victor Wembanyama already brings. But here's where things start to get wild. At only 21 years old, Wembanyama has already put up monster numbers.
Wembanyama guarded by Kispert, turns, shoots, and swishes for 50. He's not human. He's an alien. Wembanyama, the fake, the reverse, and the foul. A figment of our basketball imagination. Finishes the play. Wemby, spectacular in La La Land.
For perspective, Michael Jordan didn't win his first championship until his 7th season. That means Wembanyama still has 5 full years to grow even more and evolve further before even reaching that same point, which is crazy. But here's where their paths start to differ. Victor plays for the San Antonio Spurs, and while Greg Popovich may not be coaching anymore, he's still around, and the entire system is being built around maximizing Wembanyama's potential. I mean, look at who's around him. Stephon Castle, the reigning Rookie of the Year and the 5th overall pick from 2024. Dylan Harper, the number 2 overall pick from 2025. And Dennis Rodman 2.0. It's clear the Spurs are assembling a young, talented core designed to grow alongside Victor and accelerate their rise as true contenders. And it's not just the young guys. They've surrounded him with the right veterans too. De'Aaron Fox knows exactly what it means to be the face of a franchise and can help Victor navigate that journey. Harrison Barnes brings championship experience from his time with the 2015 Warriors. He knows what it takes to win it all. Put all of this together, and you realize something. Wembanyama is getting what Michael Jordan never had early in his career: structure, mentorship, and a franchise perfectly built to let him flourish. I mean, just look at this, guys. They've got him training with Hakeem Olajuwon, the Dream himself, teaching the 7'6" phenom how to master post moves. If this keeps up, Wembanyama might soon have a move even more unstoppable than Kareem's skyhook. A monster is being built right before our eyes. But wait, I'm not finished. Because when you look at the future of the league, it almost feels like a path is opening wide for Wembanyama. In 5 years, as crazy as it sounds, Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant will likely all be retired. By then, even the next generation of superstars, guys like Jokic, Giannis, will be past their prime and likely no longer in true championship contention. Who's left? Maybe Luka Doncic, maybe Edwards, SGA, Cooper Flagg if he develops fast enough, and maybe Tatum or Halliburton, depending on how they bounce back from their Achilles injuries. But if I had to put money on it, a prime, fully developed Wembanyama with a great supporting cast looks like he's in a prime position to completely dominate the NBA. Just imagine Wemby 5 years from now, stronger than Giannis, shooting threes like Curry, moving in the post like Hakeem, and surrounded by the perfect supporting cast. What on earth could possibly stop that? Well, there are really only two things that could stop him. The first is injuries. Players his size have always battled to stay healthy, and even though his team is doing everything possible to keep him in peak condition, it's still probably Victor's biggest obstacle right now. Other than that, maybe the same thing that once stopped Wilt Chamberlain, a rival who just knew how to win? And if we're being honest, Wembanyama might already have his version of Bill Russell. I'm talking about Chet Holmgren. Now, Chet might not have the same otherworldly traits as Wembanyama, but if there's anyone close enough to be considered his rival, it's Chet. Because honestly, if Wembanyama didn't exist, Chet Holmgren would probably be a lot more hyped up. But because they entered the league around the same time, like Carmelo and Wade did alongside LeBron, Chet's been living in that massive shadow. And as of today, Chet actually has the edge so far. Back at the U19 World Cup, Team USA, led by Chet, took gold over France and Wembanyama. And now Chet already has an NBA championship on his resume. Then in addition, remember, Chet also has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who will still be in his early 30s in 5 years, right in his prime.
All series, the priority. Oh, was good.
That's another huge reason the Thunder could be the only real threat standing between Wembanyama and dethroning Jordan. But at the same time, like I said earlier, the Spurs are quietly building something special around Wembanyama. And once that foundation is fully in place, I'm not even sure a stacked team like OKC could stand a chance. Last season, Wembanyama was on track for something incredible before blood clots temporarily slowed him down. But now that he's fully cleared, it feels like the league is about to experience something big. Over the past few years, the NBA has been a bit underwhelming. Actually, that's putting it lightly. Many fans have said the league has become boring, and the numbers back it up. If it weren't for Steph Curry and Nikola Jokic keeping things interesting, the NBA might have been in real trouble. But now with Wembanyama, there's a legit reason to tune back in. Here's a guy who lives for basketball, who's unlike anything the sport has ever seen, and who, from the looks of it, might actually have what it takes to challenge Michael Jordan's throne. There literally has never been anyone like him before. I mean, if there were ever a prophecy written by James Naismith himself about a legend destined to redefine what's possible in the sport of basketball, it would be about Wembanyama. Then to top it off, he's part of a world-class organization. The stars couldn't have aligned any better than they have. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not really a Spurs fan, but watching this team right now feels like watching history unfold in real time. If you missed Wilt's dominance, if you missed Jordan's rise, Kobe's prime, or Curry's revolution, then don't blink now, because we might be witnessing the beginning of seeing someone truly dominate again. And by the end of it, we could be crowning a brand new GOAT.